Hey there, nature enthusiasts! Today, we're going to be looking at an icon of the temperate wilderness and one of the largest land mammals in the northern hemisphere, the majestic moose. This imposing beast is the world's biggest and heaviest extant deer and spans an impressive range across cooler regions of Europe and North America. The moose has been part of human history from our arrival on these continents, has significance in northern cultures in a multitude of ways, from contemporary hunting to prehistoric artwork, and to this day it captures the imagination and inspires respect in those who live alongside them. Before we go any further, let's take a look at some of the confusion around the names of these animals. In Europe, moose are known as elk. This word comes from the same root as the Latin name Alces. By the time colonizers arrived in North America, moose were long extinct in Britain, and elk was just a general term for any large deer. As a result, the American elk, Cervus canadensis, got lumped in with the name. On discovering the North American populations of Alces, settlers then had to use the word moose, a derivation from the indigenous Algonquian word moos or mooswa. So, despite being the only species in its genus, the Alces have a different name in Europe and North America. A healthy moose can live up to 25 years. Still, to reach this ripe old age, they have to survive a vulnerable childhood in which over half of young moose are killed by predators. Not much will stand off against an adult moose, but for the gangly youngsters, this is a dangerous habitat. Wolves, bears, cougars, coyotes, and even wolverines will have a go at a juvenile moose, and this plethora of foes is what leads to the high infant mortality rate in the species. But this is an animal whose tenacity and adaptability make it one of the most successful large mammals on Earth. The first thing you'll notice about a mature moose is just how big it is. The largest individuals can reach up to 8 feet or 2.4 meters in shoulder height, reach lengths of over 10 feet, that's over 3 meters, and can weigh up to almost 1,800 pounds or 800 kilograms. At certain times of the year, a large bull will sport distinctive palmate antlers that can span over 6 feet or a bit under 2 meters across. Like all antlers, these are made of bone and, unlike horns, have a system of blood vessels and velvety skin covering them. As well as a target for trophy hunters, these antlers are a proud display of health and strength, and males distribute a significant amount of their resources to both growing them and carrying them around on their heads every mating season. They usually weigh approximately 45 pounds, or about 20 kilograms. When they're no longer needed, the blood supply will be cut off and the antlers will shed. This is also the time when you're more likely to hear the sounds a moose is capable of. A bellowing bull moose is as loud as a lion, and its call echoes ominously through the forest. The long legs may look disproportionately slender with the size of the rest of the animal, but they're much stronger than they look and are just one of many incredible adaptations that makes the moose so successful in its habitat. Moose are cold forest specialists. With splayed hooves and exceptionally long limbs, they're well equipped for stepping through thick snowdrifts and the tangled understory of boreal and pine forests. But these legs also give them a boost on mountainous, rocky outcrops and watery environments. In fact, the large, bulbous nose is specifically adapted to feeding on plants underwater. Moose are also excellent swimmers, and so spend a lot of their time close to rivers and lakes. Their bulk also helps them hold on to their heat, giving them a range that spans into the tundra. Their range stretches across North America and northern Eurasia in countries such as the USA, Canada, Sweden, or Russia. And with such a vast space comes a long history of human interaction. Moose hunting was a big part of human survival after the Ice Age, as over 70% of large herbivores died out. As you can imagine, an animal adapted to a range of habitats will be comfortable eating a diverse diet. The diet of a moose can range from aquatic plants to tree bark, leaves, and herbaceous plants. As a result, the moose can feed itself throughout the year, including the duration of harsh winters. This makes it an integral contributor to its ecosystem in terms of nutrient recycling and seed dispersal. Their selective browsing of plants also helps with population control, and as the moose gets its sodium from pondweed and water lilies, it also helps maintain the health of the water systems. All of these adaptations have ensured the moose's survival throughout the hunting pressure and climatic changes of the last 10,000 years. In fact, they're so good at what they do that their numbers are on the rise. But this success isn't without our help. Historically, moose were hunted to near extinction in Europe, but have been reintroduced in many regions again. Their significance in our past is etched into rock art and painted on ancient caves by Neolithic peoples. Massive swaths of cleared habitat and thousands of years of hunting have compressed and fragmented populations across their range, and conservation efforts are responsible for both their protection and their return to old stomping grounds, especially in Europe. Managed hunting in both North America and Europe also plays a role in maintaining populations of moose at healthy levels, within both upper and lower thresholds. As of now, they're listed as of least concern by the IUCN, and globally their numbers are increasing. One of the historical appeals of moose hunting comes from the danger involved in pursuing such a dangerous animal. And at certain times of the year, these deer are the most frightening creatures around. An adult bull moose, full of testosterone, has no patience for anyone in its territory, and rampaging males have been known to fatally injure both hunters and hikers who dare to get too close. But a protective cow is no joke either, and in the calving season, the mothers are equally dangerous. In Alaska, for example, there are 3 times as many moose as bears, and 5 to 10 people are attacked annually. In Sweden, a man was acquitted of brutally murdering his wife after investigators found moose hairs and saliva on her body. Running away from a moose won't likely do you much good either. These are accomplished, long-distance animals who are said to be able to sprint at 35 miles per hour. That's almost 60 kilometers per hour. Still, these attacks are outliers, and moose are generally shy and elusive animals. The biggest danger to humans comes from traffic accidents, in which the height of the animal becomes its most dangerous attribute. Unlike most deer, who, in the event of a collision, will hit the engine block of a car, a moose will fly through the windshield, often killing the occupants outright. There are tens of thousands of injuries as a result of collision with deer annually, with moose being the most dangerous. And there you have it, folks. Our journey through the untamed wilderness of North America and Northern Europe has led us to the incredible world of the moose. From its imposing size to its delicate feeding behaviors, the elegant moose has woven its tale into the very fabric of our history as hunter-gatherers, and yet continues to captivate and intimidate us with its presence in our modern lives. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to stay on top of upcoming stories of amazing animals.